So our subject nations here will have to come to war. They don't get a choice in the matter, which is cool. Royal marriage, and we probably already have relations with them, right? Yeah, so we'll accept that. We will accept that. So we'll have to keep working on our little relations with these guys. They're gonna. I really am gonna try to get them as a subject nation down here pretty soon. Rise in, and our army should be getting there. Now, it kind of looks like we're whooping them. That's encouraging. When does this army get there to help? June 6th, a little long. Now, annoyingly, armies seem to ping pong a lot more than they used to, which you'll see in a second what I mean by that probably. Because we did not wipe them out, which means that we have to chase them now. So their army is headed for Belaruso 0, whatever that is. Where is that? Seriously. I don't even see that. It's got to be an adjacent... Oh, it's one of my territories. That's odd. So they're going to arrive on June 25th, and then we're not going to arrive until June 30th, which is a little unfortunate. But I think I'm going to leave one army behind to start trying to take out some of their territory. Now, what I usually do is I split my forces up into groups of 2 and just occupy everything I can, because it prevents them from being able to form new units. As long as you can defeat the new unit, they can't do anything about it, and it gets sieges underway. I'd usually almost never storm provinces because, frankly, that's just a waste of manpower usually. Hopefully these guys will break off. I don't think they're going to break off their siege. I really wanted that territory, and I think they'll have to turn it over to me anyway, but I'll accept that because we already have relations again. Like I said. And winter is a big deal here in Russia. Now they have that little... I always think it kind of looks like an envelope. I'm not really sure what it's supposed to be exactly. That means that we have to... We're not going to be able to engage them in this province, so we're going to have to keep chasing them. So I'll go ahead and set a waypoint, and we'll just keep on chasing them around until whenever. Looks like we have... Okay, that's not a unit that attached. It's just showing the flag is theirs. They have a navy. That does them a lot of good, doesn't it? And they're going to arrive. Now, where are they going? Are they stopping? That little lock means they can't move until their morale improves. So we actually have a good chance of wiping them out. Which would be pretty sweet, because this war will have gone really well if that's the case. July 17th, we arrive. And we wiped them out. Cool beans. Now, these guys are friendly, so that's good. Now, the thing that sucks is, like I said, they have the ability sometimes to call, like, a bunch of units. And if that happens, it will suck. Because they're basically just going to ruin my day. But we'll try to get stuff occupied here as quickly as possible. I'm going to move you down there. My priority for occupation is these bigger provinces down here. And it's good to split up your troops anyway, because we don't want to be taking attrition more than we have to. I'm going to leave these guys behind and send the cavalry out here, because they're faster, obviously. They can probably clean up. Where's my cavalry? Cavalry, you have cleanup mission to do. Just kind of keep knocking their little armies out as we go, so they don't have a chance to really reform. And I have no idea who's arriving where. August 6th, August 15th. I think we're going to take out their little one-guy army and probably be able to move on to the next one. So this is pretty much the strategy that I usually use for most wars. I think we'll probably be alright with this here too. That's a big enough group that I'm not super worried. I wish you guys had stayed there. That would have made my life a little bit easier, but you didn't. So now it's pretty much going to be a matter of putting out these little fires that keep popping up here, and hopefully some of these sieges will start bearing some fruit fairly quickly and get this taken care of. Now, are they assisting? Where are they going? No idea what The AI makes weird decisions about how to help, I'll tell you that much. Now, kind of wasting my diplomat. I should probably send him out to be improving relations while we're doing all this. I can cancel it. It won't take that much. I don't think I'm going to have to do an emergency peace here or anything like that. This war went very well. I was all worried, like, this is going to severely weaken them for the future, so I'm pretty excited, actually. Did not expect things to go so smoothly. I'm going to move this guy. Can't move that turn. I'm going to move him here. I had a feeling that was going to happen with another unit. Are they going after him? That'd be sweet if they went up there after him. I don't know if that unit was just risen there. I think he was. Now, our troop reinforcement sucks in foreign territory. I think he is chasing him. That's good news. Because he's got 2 units now. That's good news. Is he going to arrive before he arrives up there? September? Yeah, he is too. Sweet. Things are going my way. And if he'll just try to occupy that, that'd be pretty sweet. I wish they'd stop moving around. You can't give them any actual orders, which is irritating. We have done all they can do. Recall him. How are things going down here? I still have my diplomat down there, yeah. Alright, sweet. We have more fighting going on. More victories. Astounding. Now it's just really the waiting game. Some of these sieges have stalled, unfortunately, due to low numbers of troops. We're getting into the friggin' winter, which is not great. Hopefully they'll help out with that siege there. It's a downside of having this spread out so much, is that the sieges take forever, and they stall out when the troop levels get too low, but it does prevent a lot of issues. Oh man, I'm gonna have to like ping pong this guy around, aren't I might as well just leave him there. But yeah, it does solve problems of ping ponging a lot. You know, a lot of troops basically get destroyed as soon as the units are created, which is always helpful. And I found that you can really take a fairly large country pretty quickly. I think I do want to go hunt this guy down. I don't want them to get to the point where they're building up large enough units that they can actually hurt me. It'd be nice if some of these sieges would end so we could free up some troops, but we're at 0% on one of them. Basically, you don't have to get to 100% before they surrender. It happens before that. Which one's at 0%? Oh, damn it. See, this is what I didn't want to have happen. They're starting to build up troops. They haven't pulled their little war exhaustion. I think their war exhaustion has to get higher before they can pull their, like, 15 guy thing. It's called, I forgot what it's called. It's one of their decisions they can make. I can make it too, but hopefully we won't have to. I don't want things to get to the point where we're doing that. Where did my other allies go? Okay, they're still holding down the fort there. They're helping out there. Cool beans. Cool beans. Everything's going my way. One of these will end. I think I'll probably end up transferring these troops down that way. Maybe I should take this. So our aim is to get 100% war scores as close to it as we can. Now we're going to have to go try to tie these guys down. This is going to be problematic. Are they retreating? They are not retreating. What are they doing? They're just standing there. I don't want to fight them in the winter. Let's just chill here. I would really like some of these sieges to end so we can transfer some troops up there to deal with that, because they probably are going to be spawning another guy at some point soon. Gosh darn it, man. We'll just do a little loop-de-loop here. Alright, it's the worst part of winter now, too. All the lakes get ice. I like that touch. Didn't used to happen in 3. Much improved. Alright, so our battle up there is engaged. I'm just kind of trying to survey everything at once here. Cool beans. Send them back. Alright, that is starting to get to be a force that's probably worrying, because 3 against 3, that could go either way. We're on unfriendly territory, so Be real cool if some of these sieges would end. That would be super duper cool. Thank you. I'm going to leave them there for a turn or two. Maybe they can get reinforced up to full strength. Because I probably should try to take out that army before they cause trouble. What sieges are stalled here? I don't want to send these guys too far away, but I need their assistance in ending some of these too. Send them down through here. I do want to maintain the troops up here. They seem like they're scared to come down, which is good. Come on, guys. Actually, probably the smart thing to do is move these guys here and switch places, really. No, because that's going to put too many troops there. I don't want to do that. Changed my mind. You're going to help over here. Actually, you are getting help, aren't you? We're going to help here. Alright, we have won another siege. We transfer these guys probably up here. Start to end some of these sieges. That's good. Alright, and did they stop? They did not stop, so actually you continue on up there and uninstall that. Now they've got kind of a worrying sized army up there. What are you doing? June 9th. We'll swing out and kill this guy real quick. And he's going to try to come in and get into our territory. That's not good. That is not good. We may need to transfer you guys back up this way, actually. So I'll try to deal with this nonsense. If we lose that fight, it will not be good. I need to get a drink real quick. Alright, so at this point I went and got a drink. I forgot to unmute my mic, so I'm going to do some post-commentary for the next 10 minutes or so here during the war. So our sieges are all going pretty darn well. And at this point I'm just trying to contain the last units that they have so that we can continue doing our sieges. What I'm doing now is trying to move some of the guys who just completed a siege over to my territory in case the enemy army ends up withdrawing into my territory. I'm just trying to figure out a way to head them off and have enough of a force that we can actually deal with them. And the real danger in my strategy that I use a lot of the time, splitting off small detachments to do all the sieges, is that things can go wrong real quick. 2 units can easily be taken out by most armies. So you run into an issue where if they have an army of like 5 or 10 units, then they can just kind of ping pong around and take out all of your occupying armies if you're not paying attention. So it's kind of important that I get all these troops transferred around correctly here and contain this army until we can get enough forces around to wipe them out. My general strategy in most wars is that I kind of worry less about their armies and more about just taking as much territory as I can, because that's usually what gets them to surrender. But at the same time, you do have to worry about their armies and try to contain them. So we'll definitely try to wipe this guy out. And somewhat fortuitously, they came into this territory here where I might be able to intercept them. I was kind of happy about that. Just marching pretty much everybody back who's not in the middle of sieging right now. 'Cause I don't want to lose my progress on my sieges is my main thing. These sieges down towards the Baltic Sea are taking a long time, so I want to get those ones done. And just a lot of fidgeting with my units here and stuff. Basically, I'm trying to make sure that they don't surprise me. And I'll have plenty of forces left to once I take out this army, I'll be able to hold down the rest of their territories, because they will no longer have any one force big enough to take out one of these armies. Usually, if they build new troops, they end up building like one at a time, obviously. So you can they start out with no morale too, so you can just wipe them out when the new troops get constructed. So we ended up getting out of there just in time, and it's just more maneuvering here, trying to keep ahead of them and figure out what to do about this. Now, at this point, I'm not sure if my army is... I'm trying to remember what happened here. I think my main army that's kind of going down to close in on them, is going to intercept them in time before they have a chance to withdraw or anything. And my allies are moving more guys up to the north, which is fine with me. Alright, so we engaged them. Good. Sending in more troops to help if necessary, because we'll probably end up having to chase them down. You don't usually get to crush an army completely on the first go, so sending in more troops will help, and then they can just disperse and start occupying those last few territories. Unfortunately, they spawned another unit up north there, but we'll deal with them. Alright. So... what is going on now? Well, I guess we're just recombining everybody into an army here and gonna go chase down the last guys they have there. Yep, there they go. They're probably gonna withdraw all the way back to that northernmost territory there, is what I assume they'll do. We're in pretty good shape. They don't really pose any danger anymore, and I would say they've been utterly defeated. This is actually... I've played as Russia before. It was Muscovy before, and Novgorod has actually posed more of a problem before. They haven't pulled their like liberty whatever thing where their war exhaustion gets really high, their armies are demoralized and stuff, and then they just like spawn 15 more units. They didn't pull that crap, so this has actually went much better than I would have expected, and we'll keep marching and taking out the last of their dudes. We'll have pretty much all of their territory under siege now, which means that it's just a matter of waiting at that point. And closing in, come on. One of the irritating things about northern provinces that they do march across, so it, you know, it's kind of time consuming. But defeated their army. We're gonna go ahead and just start deploying siege units here, and I'm actually doing a slightly larger than I usually would siege unit because I want these sieges to go more quickly. So I'm doing 4 units, and then we'll send the cavalry all the way up to the north. We have an allied force already sieging over there, so everything is pretty much under control now. So it's just going to be a matter of waiting and hoping Scotland doesn't somehow decide to land troops. They are prone to do that sometimes, and unfortunately I was looking to see if the English were at war with the Scottish yet, and they weren't. A lot of times when England goes to war with France, Scotland gets involved. They might not have this time because they were already at war with me. Sometimes they don't want to take on more wars than they need to, so that might have been what happened there. I was kind of bummed about it, but Scotland probably, like I said, they're far away. They're not very likely to send troops over here, and if they do, they don't have a very big navy, so it wouldn't be very many at once anyway. So we'll just let these troops disperse, take care of these sieges, and I think I'll be back in real time here when we come back. So we'll just keep on trucking here, and I'll be back when something actually happens. Looks like we're heading into another winter, which kind of sucks, but I would say this has been a pretty successful campaign. And we took out another one of their little armies. So now they shouldn't even be able to spawn any armies on any of their territories. They can still build them, but they'll just be wiped out, basically, because they're going to be formed with no morale at all. And there'll be an army on top of them already, so that is pretty sweet. And look at that, freeze over. Oh, good, my allies took out another one of their territories. And what happened? Our royal marriage has ended. No. I want that royal marriage. I'll have to work on that here. Let's see. Which one is it? Relations. I don't know. Improve relations, whatever. Hopefully they'll ask for another royal marriage at some point.